in the ages of 30 to 60. So we started doing some checking with missing persons in the neighborhood, learned from Harrisburg City PD that they had a missing person that fit that description. We pulled some dental records and sent the skull that we recovered out to the forensic odontologist, and he had positively identified the person as a David Martin, the missing person from Harrisburg City. So then we worked with Harrisburg City here, and I'll turn it over to Captain Oliveira. He can give you some more information on the individual.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Back in May of 2015, we received calls from the family regarding David Martin. He had been missing for approximately 2 months. They had no contact with him. They did not have any phone contact with him. And they were searching through friends and family to see if anyone had any contact with him. When they were not able to locate him, they eventually came to us. We started our investigation, and most of our leads went cold. We had not had anything to indicate what had happened to him. At the time, we did put something out in the media requesting information regarding his disappearance. We just didn't know what had happened with him. With this information, we're going to go back into the investigation and work any leads. We send our condolences to the Martin family. But more importantly, we ask anyone who may have any information regarding David Martin, who had the nickname of Sport Dog, from that 2-month period where he went missing, if they would be able to contact Harrisburg Police Department, State Police, or the Coroner's Office. We would definitely like to speak to you. We'd like to know what actually happened to him. Thank you.
And is there any questions?
Any idea as to the cause of death? I mean, I know it can be hard with just skeletal remains.
It's still under investigation. We're still pursuing that.
Okay. Any hints of foul play as for Martin's disappearance? Or was he in the? Was he on the radar as far as criminal convictions or anything?
At this time, when we went through the investigation, most of the leads that we had went cold, so we can't make a determination of what happened.
Okay.
So we would, as I said, we'd like to speak to anyone who had contact with him. We're very interested in speaking to you to see where he was, what he was doing, if they had any contact with him, so that way we can develop a timeline to determine what happened.
That was May 2015, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
When was the last time he was seen? I know he hadn't been seen for 2 months when the...
It was in the middle of March. The family reported to us May 7th.
Where was he last seen? Who last saw him?
That's the question. The family just had not had contact with him. So we've been trying to develop. We have a couple of places that he was seen. We spoke to some of those individuals, but then everything just went kind of cold.
And you spoke to the family recently when you found all this out. Did they have any idea why he might be in the Newville area?
Not at all. Not at all. That's part of the reason why we're having this, is asking anyone who has any information or any clue, or if they saw anything suspicious in the area, or if they happen to see someone just hiking in the area. We don't know one way or the other, so we're asking anyone who may have any information to please contact us.
Was that typical for them not to see him for that period of time? Like, what finally made them go to police and say, hey, something's up?
At the time, he did go out of state and stuff, so
Okay.
it was not unusual for him to leave for a little bit of time, but that time period was much longer
Right, okay.
than normal.
Okay. Yeah, that area is relatively close to Pine Grove Furnace State Park. No connection to that as far as you know at this point. Okay.
Can I ask you some like forensic stuff?
Sure.
Close to the mic. What did the bones tell you guys anything? Were you able to figure out any kind of trauma, or is it too long, decayed at that point?
Well, at this point, there's no indications of trauma. I mean, he did have a broken nose, according to Dr. Dirkmatt, but that's all we know as far as trauma.
Do you know if he had that beforehand?
I don't know.
You know?
Mm-mm.
Any idea how long the bones were where they were located?
Anywhere from 1.5 years to 2 years.
So around the time he had
He
gone?
went missing,
Okay.
yes.